Upon arriving on Peridea in a galaxy far, far away, Morgan Elsbeth, Sabine Wren, Balin Skoll, and Shin Hati meet the Great Mothers, 3 Night Sister witches. They are Dathomirian Zabraks and have powerful magic abilities, being able to call out to Morgan Elsbeth from across galaxies, to reanimate the dead, summon objects from the ether, and, most importantly, the ability to see possible futures through something called the Thread of Destiny. Now, did you know that these 3 Great Mothers have names? While they are not named on screen, the credits give their names as Clotho, Atropor, and Lachesis. Now, if you're a fan of Greek mythology, like Dave Filoni obviously is, you'll probably recognise these names as being based on these: Clotho, Atropos, and Lachesis, better known to most people as the Fates. In mythology, the Fates would spin the threads of a human's life. Clotho would spin the thread representing birth, Atropos would determine the length of the thread representing life and how long they would live, and Lachesis would cut the thread, symbolising death and death in a manner of her choosing. The Fates were essentially responsible for a person's fate and destiny. Now, the Great Mothers do not possess this kind of power in the show, obviously, but the Thread of Fate seems to be one of their most powerful tools, allowing them to see possible futures. The Great Mothers foresaw that Morgan would reach them in the galaxy, but they did not see how this would be accomplished, so their word is not infallible. Furthermore, they did not know that Sabine Wren would be brought along with them. So while they can see the future, the free will of people can still play a part in affecting how things will play out. So just what were the Great Mothers doing on Peridea? We know that Peridea is the original centre of the witch kingdom of the Dathomiri. We can assume that at some point, with the help of the Purgil probably, the witches travelled to a known galaxy and settled on a planet that would later be called Dathomir. So have the Great Mothers been to Dathomir before? Were they stranded on Peridea? Upon Thrawn's exile to the planet, the Mothers and Thrawn saw a mutually beneficial opportunity. If the Great Mothers could bring someone else to rescue them, Thrawn would allow them and a bunch of mysterious cargo to travel back with him to the galaxy and return to Dathomir, I believe in the hopes of restoring it to its former glory. But why? Why did the Great Mothers want to leave Peridea so bad? Balin Skoll and Shin Hati discuss this very thing.
Perhaps they flee a power greater than their own. Something calls to me. Can't you hear it? Something stirs here. Can't you see it?
It brings us back to the question we've all been asking since Season 1 ended, and we see Balin Skoll standing atop the statue of the Mortis gods, a pulsing light far in the distance. What or who is on Peridea? What is calling to Balin? So if the Great Mothers want to escape Peridea, is it because they know that Balin Skoll is about to unleash some great, terrible power, and that is what they are fleeing? Remember, they have seen possible futures, so are they trying to escape whatever fate awaits them if they were to stay? Now, is it something to do with Abeloth, the Zepho, another portal to the world between worlds, an entrance to the ethereal realm of Mortis? Who knows? Now, sadly, I have no answers just yet, only theories, and none of them are particularly fully formed, mind you. I will just say, however, I don't think they're going to be bringing Abeloth into canon. Sorry, but let me know what you think is on Peridea. So to wrap it all up, I love the inclusion of the Great Mothers, I love the injections of real-world mythology into Star Wars, and I think that the Night Sisters are among one of my favourite groups in Star Wars. I'll leave you with a final fun fact as we're talking about fate and destiny. The Fates in ancient Greek were known as the Moirai, a name that is suspiciously close to Mirai, the name of the owl creature that has followed Ahsoka since Mortis. I'm looking forward to see even more fun connections as the story goes on. If you like this and you like talking about Star Wars, make sure you follow me here. It's my favourite thing to do, to talk about this world and universe. And yeah, thank you for watching. As always, may the Force be with you. Always.